We have 3 clips from Ed Sheeran talking about failure. It's something that a lot of people just aren't aware of.
Failing time and time after again. Yeah. Like, I'm sure you'll agree with me with this. You learn nothing from success. Nothing. You learn everything from the failures. And this is the thing that annoys me about the state that the world is in at the moment, is no one talks about failure anymore. It's like shame. Like, failure is shame. And it's like, oh, let's just bury that and not talk about it. No one goes, oh, what do we learn from this? Whereas with success, everyone shouts about it. But there's nothing in success. Success happens from failing hundreds of times.
Yeah, I love that. I love how he links failure and shame. I feel like that is so true. Society has linked failure to shame.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm curious what you think about that. When you fail at something, what is your thought with that? For me, we have 2 more clips from him to also. This is with Howard Stern. It's really interesting. I have 2 more clips with him. And I know for me, some things I fail. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do it again. Some things, I don't think they're that way. I think they impact you. They actually kind of crush you a little bit.
I do that. I've really internalized failures.
Yeah,
to my detriment.
You tend to view most of them as a failure of you as a person, not of you as, okay, this thing I just tried didn't work quite right. What can I do to fix that? How can I do it better the next time? Let's watch another clip here. This is Howard Stern kind of reacting to that. It's real interesting. 2 people, obviously, that have been very successful.
This is such a great message, and people don't believe it. They truly believe that if you work hard enough at something, I don't care what it is, that you can really become an expert. You can become great.
But it doesn't just happen overnight. You have to be rubbish. And you have to have people laugh at you. And you have to have people go, oh, go on, get a real job. No, this isn't really going to work. You have to, and you just have to have belief that eventually it is going to get better.
Yeah, I don't think we as a society have patience to fail that much. I think these really successful people like Ed, you have to have that in you to keep going time and time again. And I think most of society does not have that. I think that is actually one interesting thing. I think as a society, we actually try to avoid having to feel that pain of failure time and time again. We put ourselves in jobs that are like, okay, we go to work day to day. We know what's happening. We don't have to keep just standing on the street singing your song time and time again and getting rejected, you know?
Yeah. Let's watch this last clip from this interview.
Where the hell does that belief in yourself come from?
The belief comes from, and I'm sure you feel the same way as well, of like, what else are you going to do? I love playing music. I love writing songs. I love performing. And I'm like, I can't do anything else.
Yep. That's what I figured out just recently. Can I just have this normal life, or do I want to do music? And the moment that it hit me was I realized it's not my choice. If I'm not doing music, I'm just going to be miserable. So I can do anything else in the world. I could do anything that might give me insane value, but if I'm not doing music, I will be miserable. And once I realized that, I'm like, well, okay, I'm screwed. It's something that feels almost like I was born this way. Deal with it.
Yeah. It's something that scares me. I get that. I have the same feeling. I really feel there's nothing else that is truly me other than doing music. And it scares me because I'm doubtful and I'm very scared of things. And
well, there's nothing safe about it either. So isn't it by definition just kind of scary? I would love to know other people's stories. Like, what's your story when it comes to that moment, that decision? Is it just like, oh, this would be cool, this would be fun? Or is it like, nope, this is me, that's all I can be, it's all I want to be? I would love to know, what is your story? Yeah,
anything you've had to fight for to be, or like who you are, what you're doing, pursuing.
And there's a whole slew of these, I don't want to call them careers, but directions that are not defined. There is no path for us. Like, everything we figure out, and again, any musician, any sort of creator, whatever, you're going to identify with this, because everything we figure out, no one else knows the answer. You can't go to a professor be like, okay, so I have this calculus problem, and so if I take, there's no authority. It's constantly evolving. It involves an insane amount of luck. Also, maybe you're not great at it, So that changes the variables.
It's
That's
also
wild.
specific to you too. Like for your genre of music or your type of, what type of creator are you? You really have to find your own way to do it. Even if, despite how many tutorials you watch, like how to become a creator and everything, you can't take that step by step. Still, you have to find your own path with it.